Hello, everyone, and welcome to my B2 to C1 pre-advanced English course. In this module, you will learn the preparatory subjects, their and it, and their forms and uses. At the end, you will get to practice what you just learned with a few sample exercises. Let's get started. All right, we'll look at this chart really quick about these. So the structures can be, first of all, there plus be plus a noun. So this basically means something exists somewhere. Okay, we can use different verb tenses with this. For example, there will be a storm on Saturday. So future simple. There has been some tension, so present perfect here, or there's going to be a conflict, another future form here. So there are different structures with there. For example, there seems to be no possible solution. There tends to be some improvement. There is sure to be, like a great vibe, for example. There are likely to be, there used to be, things like that. We can also say there is no use or point with in plus an ing verb. So we've got there is no point in hating anyone. So ing verb, and there's no use in trying to understand. Or we can just begin by saying it's no use trying to understand. Okay. And one last thing, there is no need right here plus to an infinitive. For example, there is no need to panic. Now about it, we can use these structures here for time, weather, temperature, or distance. For example, I have to go. It's 5 o'clock. Or it's Saturday and it is raining. So we got that. And for distance, it's only 2 miles from the or hotel. All right. And it is also used for something just mentioned. For example, I like your new song. It sounds great. So talking about the song here. It plus be or seem plus an adjective and then to infinitive. For example, it's been hard to find them, right? Or it seems impossible to get out of here. All right. And then we've got it plus be, an adjective or noun plus a that and clause. For example, it seems strange that they aren't here yet. Or it's a shame, noun here, that you can't come. We also have it takes, um, and then the rest of the sentence plus to infinitive. All right, so for example, it takes me 20 minutes to get to work. And then last of all, cleft sentences. Um, it was Peter who took your car. So instead of saying Peter took your car, right? The cleft part is it was Peter, right? So, and then who took your car. We'll look more at these on these next slides. Okay, we have there plus be plus a noun. All right, let's talk about its use and meaning. So we use there as some kind of preparatory subject to say that something exists somewhere. We put the real subject after the verb be. So, for example, there are lots of people in the waiting room. So, and then there used to be a fancy restaurant on this street. So the real subject here after are people, right? lots of people and fancy restaurant after be here, but used to is in the past. Okay, different tenses. We can use there plus be with be in any verb tense in active or passive voice or with or without modal verbs. So, for example, there will be a storm on Saturday, or there has been some tension between the show participants. Okay, so notice the different tenses here with be. All right. Okay. Now there's a couple more examples. There must be something wrong here. The printer won't work. So got must as the modal verb here. There's going to be a conflict between the two parties. So future form here. All right, let's talk about some different structures. We can also use the structures there's or there seems to be, there tends to be, or we can use there plus be before expressions of probability such as sure, likely, bound, etc. So, for example, unfortunately, there seems to be no possible solution to the problem. In nature, there tends to be an evolutionary arms race between predator and prey. Or there is sure to be a full house and a great vibe at the festival, so buy your tickets today. And then there are likely to be some side effects, but the new drug looks promising. Okay, so with all these expressions, uh, we are expressing probability here or lack of it. So, all right, next one. All right, we can also use there plus used to. Now note that the negative form is there didn't use to be. So no D at the end of use. All right, so for example, there used to be a library at the end of this street. And then there didn't used to be any bars in our neighborhood. So, all right. And we often use the expressions there is no use or point in. So, and then we have an ing verb and there is no need plus to infinitive. So here are some examples. There is no point in hating those who hate you. So we probably saw this in the chart, the ing form with no point in. And then there is no use in trying to make him understand. He doesn't want to understand. So same form. There is no need to panic. So infinitive form. We'll find out how to fix this mistake. And then there's no need for you to worry. So um, we're here we're emphasizing the object here, um, or instead of saying you don't need to worry, we're saying there's no need for you to worry. Everything's okay now. Okay, we're going to look at it as a preparatory subject here, as far as time, weather, temperature, and distance. Okay, so for example, it's or it is 5 o'clock in the evening. It's Saturday tomorrow. Or it's snowing and freezing. And then there's it's very hot today. It's 95 degrees. Talking about weather and temperature here. Or it's only 2 miles from the hotel, and that's distance. Okay, something already mentioned. We use it to refer to something that we have already mentioned. So an example is, what is that? It seems like an old piece of metal. So, so it um, refers to that, this demonstrative. So, and then I read a good book last week. It was my second book this month. Okay, so it here refers to the book. All right. All right, and then next is it plus be plus adjective, and then to and infinitive. We use it plus be or seem as a preparatory subject before an adjective plus to an infinitive. The infinitive clause is the real subject of the sentence, but we put it at the end because it's long. So, for example, it seems impossible to get out of here unharmed. Or it's been quite hard to go through all the difficulties we have encountered. It's nice to hear from you again. So, yeah. So, infinitive usually comes here after the adjective. So, all right. Um, then we have, um, well, we often use it plus be plus a noun plus to infinitive. Um, so it would be a pleasure to have you at my house. So, so you have the be plus the noun pleasure and the infinitive here. So this is also common. Okay, and then it plus be plus adjective plus that and a clause. So we also use it as a preparatory subject when the real subject of the sentence is a that clause. So, for example, it's unlikely that they will ever agree. Or it's surprising that the paramedics could save that woman's life. Or it's just wonderful that we can all be here today. Okay, so you can see the real subject of the sentence is right here. Paramedics, for example, in this one, they in this one, and we in this sentence here. Okay, note that we also often use it plus be plus a noun plus a that clause. For example, it's a shame that you can't come to the luncheon. So, okay, it um, is, that's it plus be, shame is a noun, and then this is the that clause, that you can't come to the luncheon. All right, and then we have it takes, so whatever the clause is, plus to infinitive. We use this structure to talk about how much time we need to do something. All right, couple examples. It takes me 20 minutes to get to work every day. Oh, it's saying how long it takes me. And then a question, how long did it take you to write your essay? So, okay, we got we got take, right? Of course, this is question form, so uh, how long did it take you, and then the infinitive to write. Okay, cleft sentences. In cleft sentences, we can use it at the beginning to emphasize one element of the sentence, like the subject or object. So, for example, it was Peter who borrowed your car, or it's my laptop that doesn't work. Um, so instead of saying my laptop doesn't work, um, it was in the evening that they arrived. Or it was the dog's toys that I found under the couch. Okay, so like in this third one, instead of saying it was in the evening, um, we would say they arrived in the evening simply. But because we're adding um, it plus be, right? And then starting the subject, that's why they call it a cleft sentence. All right. All right, we've got there and it we're using with the with the verb, or it's actually a noun here, use. So it's no use or there's no use. Okay, so with the word use, we can use either there or it as preparatory subjects. All right, so a couple examples here. It's no use arguing with your brother. It's not really his fault. So this really means there's no use in arguing with your brother. And then what's the use in going to the picnic? It's too windy and cold. And then is there any use in trying to repair this old washer? All right, well, we're going to go on to do a few sample exercises here and see what you know so far. So, all right, exercise 1. So from these drop-down boxes, we'll choose the correct form here. So we've got what's been an hour since I ordered my pizza. So we got it or there. So, well, if you choose the first one, it, that would be correct. It's been an hour. Okay, number 2. Okay, so what's been a lot of improvement in the quality of our products? Okay, so we know that this would probably start with there. So if we chose there, that would be correct. There's been a lot of improvement. Number 3. So what's been hard for him to find a job? So if you chose it, that would be correct. It's been hard for him. Okay, number 4. What will be a pleasure to have you as a guest here? Okay, well, obviously, it looks like it would be correct. It will be a pleasure. All right, number 5. So, what's very cold today? It or there. So, all right, if you chose it, that's correct. Okay, and then same for this one. It, right? It's been snowing all night. Okay, let's look at number 2, exercise 2, real quick. So these are multiple choice. All right, so we have it and it and there and it, or there and there. So we have very cozy in our boat and plenty of room for my wife and me. Okay, so if you chose option B, it and there, we have it's very cozy in our boat and there's plenty of room for my wife and me. Okay, all right. Number 2. So what's been a long journey is what anywhere we can have some rest. Okay, so we've got the same choices here. So, so if you chose the second one, it and there, again, we have it's been a long journey. Is there anywhere we can have some rest? All right. Number 3, about the same choices. So, so nothing on TV tonight. A pity that we don't have Netflix. Okay. All right. So if you chose the third option, there and it would be there's nothing on TV tonight. It's a pity that we don't have Netflix. Okay. Let's look at number 4. So would have been much better to stay. And then what won't be any restaurants open today because what's a holiday? So we got 3 blanks. All right. Okay. See all the choices. It, there, it, there. there, and it, there, it, there. So, all right. Okay. It and there, we know that, right? And it. Okay. So, so if you chose option A, you would have it would have a little, it would have been much better to stay. There won't be any restaurants open today because it's a holiday. So that's how that one goes. Okay, let me look at number three here. All right, here we're going to fill in the blanks with there or it. Okay, so what has always been very hard for foreigners to get used to the British weather? Okay, there or it. So it. Okay, because what's always raining? Talking about weather, right? So it's, so, all right. And what's not much to do outdoors? Okay, so what would sound better? There's. All right. Winters can be very long, and what's likely that one won't get to see the sun for long periods of time, whichever the season. Okay. All right. So remember we talked about the structure. Okay. It plus be plus adjective. Okay. So it's likely that one won't get to see the sun. Okay. Okay. Five. What can be very hard for people to live here permanently? All right. So again, we have it. hmm Beginning of a sentence. Okay, it's number six. Okay, especially for the outdoorsy type of person. So, what's a good reason for migrants to think it twice before, yeah, before they decide to make the move? Okay, so up to six. Um, all right. We can probably say it is a good reason. Yeah, so I think that will be it for now. I think that's good enough for our practice. So you did pretty well in these exercises. Um, uh, the, I know there's a lot of structures we can use, but yeah, just have to pay attention to the context in the sentence there. All right, great job, everyone. All right. I can help you learn to speak English with more confidence. I'm TESOL certified. I teach native U.S. English. I'm experienced in online tutoring, and I work with all learning levels and most age groups. So, whether you need help with grammar, speaking, vocabulary, or writing, or any other area, you come to the right place. Thank you all for watching my video and happy learning.